Right, I think I'm live. Streamlabs is talking about me being live. At least, let me see. YouTube likes to claim I have excellent connection right now. Very good, very good. Now, at least, let me see. YouTube likes to claim I can hear myself, so that's good. Audio seems to be okay. All seems to be as it should be. Hello, how you guys doing? Slightly different time for streaming, but this means the sun is not gonna be bothering us this time. Like last time where we had some intense glamour going on in the background as my green screen gave up on existence. Let me just boost up the audio a bit. You guys let me know if the audio is bad for you guys. There we go. So what we're going to be doing now is actually continuing on with the main story. Last time we did the Crystal Tower, so that is all sorted. I believe that would allow us to just continue the main story onward into Heavensward. Oh, I like this headdress. Looks good. Looks like this character has like big fluffy ears. How cute. Truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce have I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amina and Son Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been targeted of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clergy error. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern began to appear. Oh, so they're being robbed consistently for a long time? Ooh, that's bad. Significant quantities of crystal and only crystals were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Oh, somebody's trying to get the primal up and running yet again. I don't remember where Horizon was, so I don't know which primal we might be dealing with. The brass blades charged with investigating the theft believe that someone within the concert is selling the crystal for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concerned proprietor have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Brass blades were in Ulda, so it could be the flaming demon dude. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been a merely monetary value. If there's even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in search of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart to Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Istola once you arrive. C and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that three of you will get to the bottom of these theft. I only hope you fear proof unfounded when you do. Wait, Thancred is there too? I mean, yeah, he used to be the one who was in Ulda, which makes sense, but at the same time, I'm a little bit concerned because after he got brainwashed by those magic guys, he talked about that he was more susceptible for being brainwashed by a primal. So that's something that doesn't sound too good. I see Istola is gone, so Tancred's probably gone too. So that generally could really not bode well. I don't want to see Thancred get brainwashed by somebody horrible. That would be very sad. But we will see. I don't know if you can hear the neighbor mowing the lawn or something. I hope it's not too bad. We will see. It will all come out. See? That's my Katla. She's up and running. Let's feed her. And I am also gonna have a snack in the form of some sort of a nice stew. And let's go find Istola. There she is. Next to Gisselbertus. Lost, are you? If you want to know something, go ahead and ask. Okay, so you don't have anything good for me. Ah, Melissa T, your assistant is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blade of the rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thief took great pains to conceal their activities. Well, that's annoying. I could go into further detail, but you might be better to spend in conversation with Fufulpa. He is the officer at charge with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. It ought to elude my attention, maybe. It would not elude yours. It's so odd seeing her here because she's always in. Well, she's the Scion in Limsa. So I guess it's only because of this incident with Thancred that she is here. Hello, fellow Lalafell. Oh, hello there, Melicity, was it? Istola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystal stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Elegant Sunway. The cart bolted off toward Eastern Thanalan, where, thank the god, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem curious choice for a thief of such proven cunning. Yet the Amaljan do have a foothold in Eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, where have you been off to? I figured out you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check out our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way and even was able to do a small part of helping my friends in the brass blade intercepted. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of sumnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they ever seen. The stolen crystal, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. What sumnus? Did he stop massive drug trafficking? Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our option as well. Come with us, Melicity. Yeah, it is. I think you just stopped a carriage full of drugs. I think that's what we did. Not really what the goal was, but okay. Against all expectation, it would seem as the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. Katla, don't shake the screen, please. By all intention, they have yet to replenish the stores of a crystal exhausted during the last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can fathom is why anyone else would go through such a length to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we're dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit the trade to crystal alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about that, it might be I shall inform Urianger of your progress, or lack thereof. So it's not Ifrit then? Or at least he believes it's not Ifrit. I mean, that is good in one way, because we don't want to have to deal with Ifrit. Now then. Did I just hear about it?
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Oh, Thingrid, you dirty boy. why are you talking like that to Urianger? Oh. Yeah, it looks like she has like massive ears.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Sultana, I guess? I don't know why he would send her to us, considering they've shown up in Ul'dah, so it would be the Sultana who would have them, I think. Oh, he's actually kind of cute. That's my outfit. That's always nice. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulbar's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away with it. Sure. Let's poke your brain, dude. Any other ideas? Outside of drug carriage? Oh, but it's good to see your return. I have given some thought to the matter, and have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulpa. What is the disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as how the thieves actively escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own rank conspiring with them? A traitor in our midst? I mean, that's kind of given, isn't it? That's usually how it is. It would be most unfortunate if your fear proved well-founded. Indeed, if for the reason of security, the concerned decided to transfer the remaining crystal stored in Horizon to another location, their plan would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Miko miner traveling without escort, as to not attract undue attention. But who? I see, yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed. And this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley. We're setting a trap. A fine spot to rest, would you not agree, Malicity? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Why are we speaking so vaguely about this when it's so obvious what we're planning? Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Oh. Hello. K2. No, not K2. Erland. Hello, Erland. Thank you for the subscription. I hope you're having a lovely day. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves laid down their arms and surrender. See that he came prepared to offer some encouragement? I mean, we can beat them up. That usually works. Now, where am I to wait? Oh, not too far from the bridge. Alright, let's flutter over there on our adorable mount and see if they don't show up. I'm standing watch. Ah, there we go. Unknown Ravager. Well, they're not Amaljan. They are very human, these guys. Actually, more of them. Hello. I fear I'm gonna have to murder you guys because you're all armed. And there's Istola. Oh, she's all dressed up for the occasion and everything. I love that outfit. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? Well, yeah. A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea-wolves, all of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Yeah, so aren't they from, like, La Noesca? Hey, Brother Bear. Happy to see you. Thancred, if you would be so good to attend to the outstanding matter in Horizon, I have inquired to make. Oh, infamous Cloaker says, today on suffering because of my own choice, I decided to do raid roulette as a DPS. That was a mistake. Oh no, the DPS queue is quite long, isn't it? I've started to realize that. To Horizon then, we will probably want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. It can be quite a wait. When you both have to wait for tanks and healers. I've had few instances. What the hell are you flying on? Okay. I've had few instances where the game goes like, oh yeah, the wait is gonna be 30 minutes. And like, well over an hour and a half later, I just go like, nah, I'm just going to bed. I'm done. I'm not waiting for this. On behalf of the Brass Blaze of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should be very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. Ah, no, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regardless, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good on his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? You men haven't been sampling the summoners we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong, a sea-wolf, Lominsa born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him, you have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised on the development. So they lost our only witness. Yes, she's standing next to me, understood. I fear our time together is at the end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? She's like, her neck muscles are so strong by now. Let me see. Yeah, so Cloaker says the queue was long. We wiped like 5 times total on World of Darkness. Ooh, that's no fun. That's no fun at all. That looks fancy. Oh, that's the old Donna, so... Yeah, the Antisan bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphanat awaits you coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the detail. While you do whatever it is that Alphanat has planned for you, I shall endeavour to track down our traitor's brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. I would hope so. Well, at least we're not far from this place, so we can just fly over there. So I'm guessing we're going to talk to the long-eared lady now. They've decided to... I mean, it kind of makes sense that Urianger would contact the Science. Because, well, she's asking to talk to the leaders. In this area, it would make sense to make her talk to the Sultana, but it also could be good to make her talk to the Science as a neutral party. You're late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to Band of Doman, so seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nation of the Eastern Continent, it's ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitor unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of our current state of affairs in the Empire, such information could prove most useful. We would be fool not to pursue this opportunity. Do you not think? Come with me to Ulta Malicity. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we find the Domans bickering with the Sultan Sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceeding? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by someone. And if not, who better than you to have a hand in the event of unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ulda. Oh, I like Alphinaud. He is so far my favorite character. He's just so sweet. Anyway, I see 6 people are watching. Hello. How about while we travel to Ulda, the 6 lovely people who are watching right now, throw this video a like. Pretty please? Because I'm really bad in asking for likes, so it would be nice to remember it this time. And if you're not subscribed, then there is a nice button there, and I will get a little ding in my ear telling me that I got a subscription, and I can say thank you, which is always fun. Now, Alphinaud's theory is we're gonna find them somewhere having a row. Royal Promenade. Upstairs, probably near the Chamber of Rule then. Aedenad, let me see. Chamber of Rule. Oh, see? 3 likes already. Thank you, guys. Now, let's see if Alphinaud was actually right. I mean, surely... well, maybe Uriander came along? I mean, wouldn't he? It can make sense. There's always so many people here, by the way. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. Oh boy. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know what? No, you know not what you do. Oh, she's a dragon person. Obviously, these are not her ears. These are her horns. That makes sense. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, and know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphinaud Leveler at your service, a friend, which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world. At least few indeed are our allies in Ulda. Yet you will not need some if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associates at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Okay, like a stoic nod. Yes. We shall do our best to assist. The quicksand was the Adventurers Guild, if I remember correctly. Fun stuff. I do hope you guys aren't hearing the garden work outside. I think my mic should not necessarily be picking it up. But I swear, like, these people, they wait until I start streaming and then immediately they go like, oh yeah, this is the time to either move house, mow the lawn, trim the bushes, or just scream like howling monkeys outside the window. It is the worst. Can I sit? Haha. And immediately makes me stand up.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
I like her outfit. Okay, Brother Bear says it's not coming through. Lovely. Then the mic is working as it should.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Holy shit.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vespa Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
I mean, we can
Mayhap
provide
I was
that.
foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Oh yeah, we have power, lady.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Why?
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I mean, she seems fine. Hello, Carla. How you
I
doing?
thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
I mean, I like her outfit. It actually looks really cool. And if she wants to wear a mask, then that's her business. Hello. If I may, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulation, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associate could spare any provision, anything at all, it could go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Yeah, I need to speak to Momodi? So he probably can help. Or know somebody who can help? Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Melicity? Course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but sent word they can't come, meaning I got a boatload of foodstuff and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go on, call Frittery and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little princess order to the Waking Sand. Oh, and if they argue, just show them these letters. That should send them straight. Yes, right away. Oh, this is actually good. Okay, so in the Sapphire Avenue, and where is that? Is that the food area? Oh, it's in the merchant area. Okay. Okay, this should be really good. So we can bring them food, and that should help, you know, at least make their lives a little bit easier while we figure out where to settle them. I don't think they should settle in Ul'dah. I think Ul'dah has plenty of problems with refugees right now. Like, they have so many. So maybe it would be better if they would be taken to Gridania or Limsa. Probably Gridania would be a better choice. Though it's not by the sea, and Limsa is by the sea, so they could sail to it. I mean, Gridania does have access to the sea, but it's like not the same. But it also, there's pirates in Limsa, and people in poverty are, well, when you're suffering a lot, it's easier to fall into bad crowd in just looking for basic necessities of life. So, Gridania, I would send them to Gridania. I think that would be best. Though they're also massively racist over there. It's hard to figure out. But I just think Ul'dah is not the best place right now. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Monty's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Well, here's a letter. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man that can't earn a trust deserves to go hungry. Eh. What the hell? I don't know what they're doing out there, but it's mighty loud. Let's see. Well, I'm not seeing it like pick up on the mic, so that's good. Also, like, the people here are just they've had enough of refugees. I think they need a break. My, this is a rather odd request. May I help you misheard her instruction? No. Here you go. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Yeah, exactly. They should... The people here have long since had enough of helping others. So maybe another place would be better. Let's see, Adventurers Guild. I mean, not that I know anything like greatly about where to put the refugees. I think it's really important to like try to help them find a place where they are more welcomed. There's something that's always gonna be complicated, I guess. Mundi! I did what you asked. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now let's go tell Lady Yugiri is all in hand. Yes, lady, I am bringing a feast. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expected. Mistress Momty is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yukiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphinaud. I swear we shall return the favour. Good. Not as owed, Lady Yukiri, for naught has been given. This small favour you fairly won with your words. And it is with words that you must win the favour of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them. I'm assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. I mean, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. They're just coming from like a really, really horrible situation. So far they haven't done anything to indicate they don't want to like take care of themselves. It's just that their home is literally gone. Which is just really, really horrific. Like the rest of them are living on a boat. That is not good. Let's see. Chamber of Rule. It's not good at all. Now, need to go there. I am curious though what she looks like. Like, I don't understand quite why she feels she needs to wear a mask as some sort of a way to avoid mistrust. Because I mean, half the player base is dragon people, so I don't think that would be it. A pleasure, Melicity. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Yes.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
Oh, Infamous Cloaker says the mask is because it was hide what race Yukiri was during the patch. Does that mean the dragon race was actually not part of the original game? So it's not a race people could play as at that time?
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge.
Okay, so Cloaker says the aura were actually added in Heavensward. That makes sense then.
It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
There's a lot of people.
Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Well, of course.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to end up convincing all of these folks.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Exactly, and they're not coming in as just plain refugees. They're coming in with a contract of they specifically want to work. And he's already come up with like at least one idea of what their work could be. They're talking about parts of the city do need a lot of rebuilding, so maybe they can take part in that, like rebuilding that part of the city. And if that's being rebuilt, then there's going to be more housing. So people are not going to have to live in tents, and they said some of these people were like tradesmen, I think, and such. So, and the others are can be soldiers. Like they aren't coming in to just live on the street.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
Why would it be coming worse from
A
employing
proposal
refugees?
has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
We're gonna have like 3 people left, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, we knew he was gonna go. He's off. He's off. Yeah, it's gonna be the 3 of them left. Well, shit.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving.
Oh.
Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
I agree, Brother Bear. All the people of Koyalty remained. That's something.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
So, what are our options then? Like, can we somehow help them? As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more word on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Like I say, I would understand their worry. Like, I do, in ways, understand their worries because they do have a lot of refugees living in tents outside. So clearly that situation has not been handled as it should have been. But at the same time, like, just good organization is needed, and they need to. And as the guy has pointed out, this would actually be good for Ulda in a way. Ah, what a mess. The Syndicate has spoken and I see no point in moving that matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ulda is not an option. Nor are Limsa Lominsa or Gridania. I judge given the state of the internal affairs. Which leaves our dormant friend confined to a ship. Gosh, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. What that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concern of great nations. What about our place? Miniphilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. Yeah, like, can't we just take them to where the science are now? That's neutral ground. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve what bit is ours, especially when we believe it's under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultana to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Yeah, can't we just take them to, like, our house? Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alfinau. The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seven Dawns, stand in a place called the Reverend Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lack the comfort of more well-established settlements. However, the leader of the Reverend Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To the end, they have need of able-bodied individual willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor lest you doubt, with not save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I would not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant Toll would offer certain advantages. The absence of unhelpful bureaucracy be the most obvious. If they can accommodate us, we shall gladly accept. Oh, yes. Master Alfinot, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray not thank me, my lady. The life of your people got to is one of hard labor and few comfort, as told you, and before that there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance? Look for me there, Anon Malicity. Okay. I mean, that would make sense, but yeah, I think this is a good idea. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Like, I think this is actually a really good idea, because Revenant's Toll is still being built up. Like, it's not ready. It's not a proper city or anything. It could be made into something great with this. So, I think that's good. And I think these people would then also be able to kind of stake their claim in the building of Revenant Toll and making it better. So, they would not be refugees. They would be part of those who made the place a good place. There is a person there called Daddy's Girl. Interesting choice. Brother Bear is immediately offering them work. But yeah, I agree. I don't trust anything with that tiny little moustache. It's just... They always seem shady. We are concerned that the Doma refugees may find the journey to Reverend Toll too much to bear. Too long to have them be sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Doman until such time they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Lovely. That's really good. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there ought to be Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. We are a small number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When the government fails to act, the responsibility falls on us, private citizens. I will engage the service of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Oh, awesome! Very well, we should begin contract negotiation at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. I like him. And you and Reverend Toll, my lord. Yeah, I wish we could just teleport them. Just ether shards. But they do have to have personally attuned, so that's part of the issue. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do, Lady Yugiri. Let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I will entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own road weary legs, of course. What say you? Sure. I will happily escort them to a better life. No problem. I think this is going to be good for everyone. Increasing the population in a Reverend Toll. I think that's going to be good. Alphinaud has mind to send you to Whisper Bay. As we speak, the Doman prepare to depart at Whisper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has been decided rather suddenly and would not surprise me if the refugees require some assistance in coordinating their preparation. Melicity, I would have you return to Whisper Bay and facilitate the progress, though through tasks great and small. In short, whatever needs to be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells, he has been designated the leader of the first group. I can do that. Yeah, like I can help them with whatever. Packing, or just, like, ooh, part of the noise. Like everything from packing clothes to just moving things, sure. I will happily assist. Let's not get stuck on things. There we have Hosen and Homei. Hello, Homei. Ugh, I can smell their stench on the wind even here. Are you talking about the refugees? Greetings. Alphinaud informed me that the Scion would be arriving to help with the preparation. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I mean, why not? I knew from glance what a manner of woman you were. I too have some skills at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but I might trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care. They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eye will succeed where I have failed. Okay. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Yosan. He can tell you more. Alright, let's find Yosan and find the children and gather them up so we can start moving them. And everyone. Okay, there's Yosan. Hello. Oh, hello there. I'm Yosan, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Whisper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. I should offer him to ride on Katla. Okay, we're looking for children playing hide and seek. That's one. Hey, you're not Yosan. Who are you? I'm Koaru. Melissa Dimal, eh? I don't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallion, aren't you? No, science. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right. I'm almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Melicity. Oh, they're adorable. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. Let's see. I see a thing there. Hello. Are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yosan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know, it sounds scary. But if Yosa says it's safe, I'll go. Oh, so cute. You had awful trouble finding all of them? Well, I work with children, so maybe that just makes me more adept at finding where they tend to hide. I don't know, you should have seen all the games of hide and seek in my classroom. Like, that's tiny classroom. Makes no sense that they play hide and seek in there, but they do. He's up there. I spotted you. Hello. How do you find me? Bah, I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Guardian didn't find me. That's good. Gosh. Think what these children have actually been through. It's always something like really horrific to think about children who've experienced war. Wonderful. All the children are counted. Hide and seek, eh? I see that you are curious. It's quite simple really. Lady Yugiri thought the best that children know what to do in case the Guardian found us. I should hope that these days are behind us, but nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Yeah, kids who experience wars, it messes them up forever. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, who I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ulda is regularly patrolled by the brass blades, it would give me great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Yes, sure, I'm coming with you guys. Now, in my teaching career, I've had one student who was a refugee from a war-torn nation, and that's just the little things I learned about were intense. Like, it's just, children shouldn't be in a place like that. Nobody should be, but especially young children. Eager to be off, are you? I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Running from the blaze say we might have problems. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on me, of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lost here another story, so I was thinking you might go ahead and have a quick look around, make sure the area is safe, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the roads they're safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-some bastards don't try to rob us that way. Alright, off we go. So, yeah, let's see if there's anything to worry about at the bridge, and then we'll just take care of it. Let's try to make this ride as smooth as possible for them. I want them to have a good time, feel safe as they go to their new home. Oh, don't be sad in the chat. Things are okay. I feel very lucky to have had that student. I feel very privileged to have gotten that experience, even if it was really complicated. And while I won't be teaching the child next year, I know where they're going, so I can keep on helping them any way I can. And they are actually in a very good place now. And their whole family is here, like mom and dad and siblings. So it's very good. But it is, of course, I feel nobody should have to live through such horrors. We are lucky to be in countries where we are safe and we don't have to live with war. And instead we can just enjoy them through video games. and have fun. Oh, thank you, Brother Bear. I do my best. I do take great pride in teaching. I think it's actually a really good job to have. I take it very, very seriously. So, there was a beastie, was being the operative word, eh? Yeah, but I killed it, so all is good now. Well fought, madam, well fought. Ah, if only I were in the better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind, he forgot that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Oh, that's the boy. He's a cutie. Be that as may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all of this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? Well, I don't think she views it as that. In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. A revenant toll will grow and prosper by your hands. Hello, children. Hey, Miss Melicity, Kohara and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Well, originally for money. That's how I started. Money, eh? Yes, I want money too. I could do a lot of things if I had some, well, any. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Miss Melicity. I've got a question. What's Reverend Toll like? Is it pretty? Let's not say a stone thrown from the Imperial Castro. Infamous Cloaker says, I was trying to study the field of teaching, but it didn't really fit into the rigid system that most schools want teaching to be within. I went through 5 years of university to teach. So I have a master's degree in teaching, and this is my 3rd year of teaching this winter. My 2nd year with my full degree. So what I learned is the systems we learn are very strict. And many schools want to be very strict, but my mentality has always been, I choose to be there and the children don't. So I have to find a way to loosen up the restrictions and the stiffness to both keep everything organized, but at the same time bring some joy and happiness. But it really depends on the school you work for. The school I'm in is actually very good with allowing each individual teacher to be kind of individual in how they do things. But I don't know how it is in other countries, or even in other schools. It just depends so much. So I don't think I would be able to be in a school where everything would have to be like nailed down completely. But I don't know, I just enjoy it. But it's definitely not for everybody. And I think it's very important for people who go into teaching also to figure out like which age range fits them. I prefer like 8 to 10-year-olds, so 3rd and 4th grade. But there are other people who like older kids or younger kids. It just depends. Now, how would we describe Remnant Toll? It is bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It's a bastion of civilization, harsh and unforgiving wilderness. I would not call it a bastion of civilization, but okay. It's home to the Scions of the Seven Dawn. That's like factual. Oh, so you live there with your friends. That means you'll always be there to protect us. Yeah. It's like the logical thing I can tell you. Enough, Koru. It's my turn again. Miss Melicity, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Oh, Cloaker says, you enjoy teaching people, just not in the way the schools generally teach. That makes sense. It's not for everyone. It definitely isn't, but you just have to find what makes you happy. Don't go just doing anything. I mean, finding a job is always a pain, and finding out what you want to do is really difficult, but if you feel it doesn't fit you, then don't do it. If you have the possibility to not do it. I know it's complicated. I'm not good at giving this kind of advice. Now, what is the best way to become more powerful? Train every day. Or seek out experiences and adventures. I would say train. It's a good way to start. Ah, so my father was right. How do I do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. Alright, that's enough questions for Miss Melicity. Oh, come on, I was enjoying this. That's not fair. Why does Yosten get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. I can take one more, it's fine. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? What is a BLM? Become a BLM? I don't know what that means. Really? Then I will. Thanks for your advice, Miss Melicity. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. Oh, they are so adorable. When we get to Reverend Ho, let's make an adventure guild for Domans. Oh, black mates. Ah. I'm currently trying to become a dancer. I don't know, is black mage good? We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Miss Melicity and Lady Ugiri said. Yeah, just like Miss Melicity and Lady Ugiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Hey, Jadine. I love how they're just, chatting with us. Oh, I missed that. It's so silly. I always look so much forward to the summer vacation. And now I'm really excited to start teaching again. But I still have almost a month and a half. Oh, hey, Ruin! How you doing? Black Mage is top DPS, but it's stupid hard to play to the absolute best of their abilities. I would not... That's probably not a class for me then. I would like something easy. Idiot proof, preferably. Preferably not in a heavy armor, because I like seeing my character wearing cute clothes. Oh, that was just a wholesome bit of the main story quest. Oh yeah, it was really cute. Yeah, I prefer playing just easier classes. I'm not ashamed of wanting to have things easy at times. I do other difficult things in life. I don't need my games to be too hard. Also, I like to have an easy rotation so I can focus on the environment, doing mechanics and such. This person just ran into the fountain. Okay. Yeah, everyone has been saying Dancer is supposed to be really easy. I'm waiting. I think I need to be level 60 so I can become a dancer. I'm just waiting. 5 more levels. I so wanna try it out. Also, I just think it's gonna be so cute having a little dancing Lalafell. Oh, the first group has arrived. Is there aught else? No, I have met the well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Reverend Toll forthwith. Lovely. That's definitely what I want to hear. Let's see if she has anything to say before we go on. We are ready to depart at your earliest convenience, but say the word and we shall follow. Many great and terrible beasts roam the waste of Mordona, yes? Then we need to keep a close eye on the children. I hope this proves to be the final leg of the journey. The Malm have taken their toll. It's easy and mobile, then Dancer is the right answer. Okay. Requires good RNG to do the top DPS. Well, there's no DPS meter in this game, so I'm a little bit less stressed about the top DPS thing, but I always try to play my classes as well as I can. Okay, yes, when you hit 60, you just go and do the quest in Limsa and you unlock Dancer. So as soon as we reach 60, be it on stream or on my own, I'm going to unlock Dancer. Alphanot would have you and Yukiri depart to Revenant Toll without delay. Why does he look kinda angry? And why is the quest name is with all due respect? That sounds bad. A past time, Lady Yukiri met with a guild representative in the Reverend Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan, which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slavborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterward, introduce Lady Yukiri to Miniphilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting tie should stand the Doman in good stead, for which is to come. Safe travels, Melicity. So I don't mind, like... So basically you're saying they have very reactionary gameplay, because you're reacting to the RNG. Like, I don't mind that. I like buttons lighting up and just telling me what I should do next. Now, hopefully this will go well, but I'm a little bit concerned about the name of the quest, and then Miniphilia had sort of a cross look on her. That doesn't bode very well. I don't like that. Slavborn? Am I right to be concerned, buddy? And this must be the esteemed Lady Yukiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of finery off-putting. Poor thought we may seem, we have wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We'll welcome all sorts provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slavborn. You may rest assured that we will carry our orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slavborn, may this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Your guests have yet to meet the antecedents, 7 hells. Melicity, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones. See. Basically, yes, the general rotation is just basic buttons plus a reaction to if procs go off or not. Dancer's really good fun, though they only have like 21 buttons to learn. That is a lot of buttons though. Just saying, 21 buttons feels like a lot. Like a heaping lot. I don't even have 21 buttons. It's like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus this one, which I haven't figured out how to make work yet. And considering I'm going to be changing specs in like 5 levels, then I'm not too worried about it. So I'm definitely gonna have to sit down and watch maybe a video or two about... Oh, I was supposed to speak to you, Kiri. I just left it out there in the cold. Oh, I'm sorry. 21 is actually the fewest in the game. Oh my god. So many! And 21 is at level 80. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I'll learn how to use it all. To whom is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thought before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Like that outfit. The clothes in this game are so pretty. It's not fair. Bard has 27 buttons by default. Okay, that's like 6 fewer that I'm gonna have as dancer. That's good. Also, then I'm gonna get rid of all this song business. And hopefully have fewer dots. I keep on forgetting to use my songs, which is not good. Bard is fun. Like, I want us to see if dancer is funner, because that's what sounds way better. There's no use. Our attempt to reach the student of Baldestian continued to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our heart the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of what which we already know. Yeah, and the only other student of Baldestian that I know about is sleeping within the Crystal Tower right now. How far are the Domans? I'm given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you do, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. But that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of the refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. You get rid of songs, but you gain 10 steps instead, and having to remember to assign a partner when at 60 plus content. Interesting. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should be very much like to see her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summon. In the event that Revenant Hall could not accommodate us all, we could need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. Yes, see, it's all going very well. As ever, it has been a pleasure. Anderson, alas, we must take our leave as the first carriers are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Loveborn. Lady Yugiri, Malicity. I'm glad this is going so well. This is just excellent, in fact. I am amazed now that none here knew of the War of Succession until we arrived. Have you truly heard naught of what has transpired? No, not a word. We were very busy with our own world-ending things. I dare not give myself hope in full, but for the first time in many moons, I am willing to do so. Mayhap I worry over much with so many able-bodied adventurers about. What beast could pose a threat? Lamine and I will make all the necessary preparation to ensure our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival, though I must admit that I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Istola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival? Sure. That would be good. Oh. Of course I spilled down some soda.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a fleet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear.
That's not good.
Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Oh, we're both doing it now. Okay. Why does the echo have to be so painful? It feels unnecessary.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones.
How can he see with that thing on his face? Like, what is that? It looks like either the shell of, or the head of something. It's kind of hard to tell.
And
Maybe a
I
claw?
shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The emissary. You think it's a decorated pincher, Brother Bear? Yeah, like a claw. That
The
could definitely be
gift.
it.
And knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
Oh yeah, just hallucinations.
You shared that vision, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this.
Who? Who is Elidibus?
But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, Are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the Echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Yeah. Oh yes, he's just been standing
Primal
there.
is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
And there's a lot of them, and we just keep on killing them again and again and again. So many. So don't worry, I am an expert by this point.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth is the emissary, the Ashken in White. Of course. I didn't connect that he is the one called the emissary. I had forgotten that point. But yes, I remember him. So he's causing mischief. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only resource will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality is inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must need bend all our effort towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Yeah, this is... Well, let's check around the science first, just to see, like, if people have moved places and have something new to say, and then head off to Limsa and deal with this. I don't remember having fought this particular primal. Guys, have I fought Leviathan? As a mother, I am ever concerned for Minifilia's safety, but she is her own woman now. If she would venture into the midst of danger, I will not bar her way. Hello, Tataru. Even though Thancred will be watching out for her, I cannot help but fear for Lady Minifilia. Oh, you're so sweet. This Leviathan business has everyone all wound up, but I say it's time like this that we need to get unwound. How you doing, Boulder? Must impress Lady Ida. Yeah! Pain is but weakness leaving the body. I see Papalimo is full on training. If you are to hold the fort during missions, you must not be less than fully prepared. See that you dedicate every spare moment to your training. Yeah, so it is definitely a new primal. I've heard them talk about Leviathan quite a bit through the quest lines. Because at some point Garuda and Leviathan were up at the same time, like, I think before the calamity. And everyone is very worried about Leviathan. But I just wanted to be sure I definitely hadn't fought him, because I fought quite a few primals by now. No, I'm supposed to go to Limsa. I'm not seeing anyone. So let's go talk to the Admiral, see what she has to say. Yeah, Carla said, not yet, at least I believe that I haven't fought them. Makes sense. Oh, look! Gold seller! How lovely! I'm gonna wait till I load into Limsa before I report them. Let's just... Yes. Report. Thank you. Because I am pretty sure you're not allowed to be a gold seller here. Hey, Deputy Post Mogul, let me grab your quest. And the other one. I've been doing these side quests on my own. And this poor guy, he's actually very injured, so I'm running with his letters. He lied about it at first, but we figured out that he's just quite hurt. In the past 2 days, on my own, I've been playing through his questline and Hildebrand's questline. It was hilarious. You just got a pair of sunglasses-looking headgear? Ooh, that sounds cool. You're expected. Pray take the lift to the common room. Thank you. But yeah, I played the Hildebrand questline and it was really fun. I decided not to do it on stream and instead have like one questline I would just do on my own for silliness. But at some point I'm definitely going to do a lore video about it. I'm starting to work on my first lore video now. Which is going to be like a series of 3 focusing on the leveling story between level 1 and 15. Oh yeah, I know, Carla, it's always a pleasure to report the gold seller. You in the chat, I haven't decided on which city I'm going to start with. So what do you think? Should I start with Gridania, Limsa, or Ul'dan? I'm going to do all of them. It's just which one is going to be the first of the 3. Welcome, friends. I take it Istola has appraised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagi has not crystal enough to summon the god. That is good. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reaver venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan imminent return. Oh, because they have it now. Well, shit. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the Fisherback have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom make ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Science support in this endeavor. But if God forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Yeah, well, then we'll just take him down. I can do it. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front line. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would like to see with my own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precaution must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Malicity, Maelstrom Scout are currently reconnoitering Shagai movement. Reconnoitering? I guess that means like watching? Observing? Similar to like reconnaissance, I think how it's pronounced. Anyway, within the Subsa spawning ground. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith. That you might appraise of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkarith has charge of the garrison. Alright, I can do that. Let's see what everyone has to say. There may not be a better chance to learn the true nature of the Echo. I cannot well allow the opportunity to pass me by. In case I wasn't clear, time is short, Malicity. Make haste to the Camp Skull Valley and request the latest intelligence from Commander Falkbred. Oh, and the others are just gone? Okay. These are... I want to do this one. To Elport. I'll do the other quests on my own, probably later today, before I start gathering a recording for the lore video. My goal is with time to maybe be able to release like one lore video per week. That would be really nice. Like start once per week and then see. Because I have to find a schedule that's gonna work for me also this winter when I'm also teaching. And I don't wanna like half-ass them. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seven Dawn, on behalf of the men and women here. I thank you for your cooperation. Oh, Worthify, according to Google Translated. Thank you, Carla. The safety of our citizen is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Yes, I would very much like to prevent him showing up. It's gonna make my life easier. Oh, Archie says I can't pinpoint your accent. Is that Icelandic or Gaelic? Very good. Guesswork, it's Icelandic. Also, Morgan, hello. Welcome. If you're new people around, then please remember, like the video and subscribe if you like. Allows you to see more of my stuff, which is both gonna be lore content and some more live streams and fun things. As you may already know, Maelstrom Scout has been dispatched to verify the Spasa spawning ground, or like at least see what they are. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe of the likes of this before. You must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet the return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it's not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those you may have been wounded. Oh, so kids, they are hurt. Most likely, they haven't come back yet. I hope at least we find some of them alive. Though it pains me to have even considered the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into the enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Oh, it's fine. I got the bird that I can fly on. I can go anywhere within the enemy territory. Not to mention just I've walked into this area quite often. Because there's a beast tribe here I have started to try to work with. Like when I'm in the mood or have time. Now, Mr. Somebody. There you are. What are you doing? Help somebody of all the times to forget the restorative. Oh, here you go. Gonna be all good. Thank you, I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can't make my own way back to camp, but I fear... Oh, I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Wait, so they took them in. Oh, that doesn't bode good. They might be planning to like offer them up to Leviathan for that ritual thing where like when Ifrit blew fire on us and everybody got brainwashed. I would very much like to avoid that happening to people. Oh, no. That's 2 corpses. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so we have 2 here. We have found 1 by the entrance, so there is somewhere 2 more. I like it when you pick up corpses, they are actually represented as flowers in your bag. It's kind of pretty. It's like a neat little touch. Now, there are 2 more somewhere. Well, I guess I found everyone I can find now. Cloaker says, damn it, I was trying to find a specific enemy in a specific zone, but misread the zone and wasted time in the wrong zone. Was supposed to go to Sarak, not Sanrak. Oh, that's so close though. Ah, all is fine, you aren't forgotten. We are here to help. There are another lost in the story after the moon broke apart. Oh. Whoa. Alright, let's bring the flowers back. You returned thanks to the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Well, I have bad news. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. Oh, I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horn will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Are we not gonna look for the others? Oh, that's not good. Poor guys. Before we jump into that quest, I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break to like go to the bathroom and stuff. So I will be right back with you guys. And I'm back. Hey Cassidy, I'm glad to see you dropped in. This is a hi before work, so hi. Morgan says, and it's always the flower who is used for funerals is mentioned when he brought them back from the attack of the old hideout. Yeah, it's like, I just think it's a really pretty way to do it. Like, you know you're carrying worries, but they don't make it disturbing. The flower image instead makes it just kind of sad. So it's kind of nice. Fulbright awaits the commencement of the operation. We still have 2 prisoners to look for though. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Fierce. It's very windy, as you can see on Minfilia's underskirt. Peace, Commander, we're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want you to mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sehaki and the Thralls have already begun to amass the Aetherite in the depths of Sapsa. We are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We must await your order, Admiral. As predicted, the Sehaki have tightened security in and around the spawning ground. A frontal assault is likely to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we're not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sehaki priest, presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. Morgan says, a lost life is always saddening. For me, the world has another suffering. One don't need to expand it beyond any further. Yeah. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Shakin Legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue, Commander. You have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have the subsequent unit fan out to cover the flank. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squad of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In like wise, the Scion shall form smaller units in hope of confusing the Shaggy defense effort. Malicity and Histola, the 2 of you are to make your way to the site of summoning a ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve... something to thin the ranks, I think. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. So this is a dungeon, it seems. I think. Thangred and Yukiri, your mission is to lure as many Shakian as possible out of spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle around and join the infiltration unit of Histola and Malicity. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path through Aetherite accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends, to barrel. Yeah, I agree, Morgan. There's enough, sad things in life without adding to the suffering. So I like how kind of respectfully they do it. But it also can be good to face sad things in the form of fiction. Especially when it's done well. When last did we fight side by side, Malicity? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. Well, technically we didn't fight side by side last time. You kind of showed up after the fight when I fought Titan. Morgan started many years ago in ARR, and as a summoner it was interesting to deal with the beast tribes. Yeah, because, well, technically, your whole job is about summoning in things. But obviously not as intense. I haven't seen many summoners, but from my understanding, you don't just summon the little cute thing. You also summon bigger, scarier looking monsters. Am I going? Where am I going? I am supposed to be going here. Okay. I thought for a second I was going the wrong way. Aha! I have snuck past your defenses. I am so discreet and amazing. Fear me and admire me and my tiny, tiny cuteness. So we have a thing also going on here. I don't have to align with you. Hello. The only thing I wish I could change was that if I press an attack button while I'm mounted, I would like to just immediately dismount. Because I'm used to be able to do that. Like pressing an ability and immediately dismount. It's the little things that often surprise you. The little changes that can be a bit of a bother. Okay, Summoner is basically a warlock from WoW. Yeah, I can see how that's kind of has to be a little bit of a funny feeling. So like you're allowed to summon things, but they aren't. Though to be fair, you're summoning probably noticeably smaller things than they are. Yeah, it's very. I keep pressing the wrong button. It's very similar to like when you see. Ooh, that looks cool. Some classes and races that maybe don't make sense in WoW also. Like, or warlocks, I always find kind of funny. Considering like the story of the game. Alright. We have Drowned Swordsman. Which means this is a zombie basically. I've had to deal with plenty of zombies as of late. All very dapper zombies, by the way. Very dapper. It was actually quite lovely to see how the Hildebrand questline like went full circles. Oh, as it has thought summonable patterns, yeah. It's well, but which one of the warlocks though? Because the 3 warlock classes are specs are still a little different. But I get what you mean. It's like the mixture of the 3. I think that's what makes it really hard to balance classes in WoW. Katla, where are you going? Tauren Paladins will always be one of those. Why did they allow this moments at WoW? Yes. That is... Yeah, because they're more for the Earth Mother than ever, like the light. It's... Some things are definitely peculiar in WoW. Yeah, it does sound like Affliction. Pray do not concern yourself, as but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetherite is close at hand, let us press on. Affliction is very dot heavy. Yeah, I'm talking about a modern retail, though I've never played a Warlock. Like, to any noticeable degree, so I don't know too much about it. I've been a Frost mage for years and years and years. Played an Arcane mage before that, but found Frost to be more forgiving and fun. Never managed to actually get a hold on how to play fire, though.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Hello? Oh no!
Did I miss much?
No, you hit him perfectly. Ooh. See, my dear rogue. Oh, I want to see a rogue Tauren, yeah. Just imagine being a gnome or something standing somewhere and suddenly a Tauren just appears.
The Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
They're both rogues. You know, I don't even have to be here. I can just make... They can just handle this.
To the Aetheryte!
I think that would be a good idea, yes. I love the moment of having just a guy jumping up and then getting shot and thrown away. Alright. Mr. Crab Shell for a face? Shall we do this? Admiral. Yes, she was gonna show up too.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Yeah, all forgiven. She's so cool. Guys, surely you can see this isn't working. Stop jumping up there. Not a single one of you have made it.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Soarwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
This would be a prime time to shoot him.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, you have a gun. Use it. I have a bow and arrow. And we're gonna go into echo issues.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Huh?
Such power! It is transcendent!
Now you shoot him. Why didn't you do that while he was like chanting shit? What the hell is that?
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift! I am eternal!
Wait, if I ever die, does this mean I'm gonna turn into a blob like that and I can just steal somebody's body?
O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Shoot all of them.
Die, damn you!
Yeah, shoot the other ones too, because he keeps on going into them, so just... There we go.
kill that which is eternal!
Oh no.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite.
Well, I think the thing's gonna eat
Am
you.
I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Ooh, we might want to do something about that. No? We're just gonna let him go? Okay. Bye.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Well, that would be bad. We might be in problem. Let's talk to everyone before we go and see tidal wave. The gods of this realm are vengeful beings. 'Tis of little wonder the Garleans fear their kind so. When they say realm, they are talking about just country, aren't they? Or a continent. Because, like, we're all, us and Yugiri, we come from the same planet, right? It is always I find it kind of odd, the way they speak. If we meet Leviathan on the open sea, we put ourselves at the Primal's mercy. We must find a way to face him on equal terms. Oh, don't worry, the video came out at 4. Don't worry, it's still gonna be there. I miscalculated a little bit, but it's still gonna be there, I promise. So you can watch it, like, as soon as the stream is done. We have about an hour left of the stream. Or you can always come, like, you can watch it. I think it's like 10 minutes? I think it's about 10 minutes, something like that. So you can also jump in and watch it and then come back if you like. Just whatever makes you happy. Though the mission ended in failure, I take solace in the knowledge that Minfilia is unharmed. Had only we arrived with a moment earlier, but there is no time to brood over what might have been. Leviathan's return, and we must need find a way to deal with it. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destruction power than not seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If its last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet no in the 7 hells are we to prevent it. This is bad, this is bad. 8 minutes 35 seconds, see? So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But just give it time. There's no rush, you can always come and go and watch it after the stream. So, let's see this. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is efficiently beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure. But Lan herself, who struggled to best the Lord of the World. That is one hell of a name. Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the common room. Are we gonna get to see a tidal wave? It's like, how bad could this actually go? I am concerned. I am very concerned. I love it that every time I come to Limsa, because there's so many people always around here, that immediately you have this crowd noise of people talking. I wonder how many people have to be in one area for it to activate. Yes, please send me upstairs. By the way, her office is amazing. Like, look at the window. Alright, Istola. To confront the Lord of Worry in his water domain is far from ideal, yet it's not like to come to us. Would that he lacked the mean to strike us from afar. When I saw Leviathan rise from the depths, I cannot well describe what I felt. No word could prepare one for such a sight. Being the observant adventurer that you are, you will doubtless have noticed my dagger work back at Sabza. You know me, Melicity. I like to dabble in bit of this and bit of that. The Shakin Elder claimed to have become eternal, yet he was summarily consumed by Leviathan. What might this imply? Well, wasn't he kind of like made of ether at the moment? So that's why he just, you know, was eaten up, kick the butt to get all that stuff. Not very nice thing to experience.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called.
Lanosha? I've been calling it wrong all the time. Not Noeska. Lanosha. Lanosha. I will try to remember this. I will probably fail, but I will do my best.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned
Yes,
of these
I love her
matters,
voice actor too.
the
It's so
device
good.
will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Wait, like, what kind of a contraption are we going to be making? So we're going to need two ships.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail
then-
considerable danger.
A towing
and
vessel.
I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Good man.
Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
I like her a lot. She's really cool.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Aye, Captain. Yeah, so my understanding is we're gonna have two vessels fastened together like this. So they're here, and then we're gonna have a towing vessel of some sort in front of it. And then there's gonna be the sea serpent, and our goal is to attach these two vessels to the sea serpent. What if it dives? What then? I think this is gonna look pretty insane. Being held as gods also exists in what we call the Far East. Legend tells us that they walk among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garlean fear them so. Hello? What is it? A message, Admiral. I just did best that it to be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store by this claim, even should it be true. It is Istola said, none save the company of heroes who bested Leviathan and know how they went about it. If this man is of the number, what could he tell us that we don't know already? And yet, having wagered limited survival on 2 ships, some rope and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If this testimony could yield us manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The 20 vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom report on the supposed primal slayer. Malicity, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. Sure. Also, I know the company of heroes, so I can tell if it's one of them or not. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lanoshka. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Lanoshka. I've immediately forgotten how to say it. Okay, Private of the Grey Fleet. So I'll go here. Yeah, this sounds a little shady. Just saying. I mean, last time we had to deal with the company of heroes, we had somebody in this area, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure he even was here, working on these farms with these windmills, who was pretending to be one of the company of heroes. Am I going to see the same guy as last time? Let's hope not. If I am, I would like to propose that we use him as bait. I am pretty sure this is the same place as I was last time. They are very good at, like, going back to previous stories and previous characters. Yeah, system amount the breed toxicity is definitely in the Mythic Plus system, because it's so punishing if there's a failure. Originally, when I was making the video, I had a whole segment about it, but I ended up deciding to take it out and focus more on just the overarching sort of issue. Because I think the Mythic Plus system would probably be better if Blizzard actually dealt with people. This person looks awfully familiar, doesn't he? Now look here, y'all. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo staples, before I rolled the millstone over the mill, and also before... Gods, man. I worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complain? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Now let it be said that old Trunktum ain't a generous soul. There is our bait, indeed. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you keen? Ahem, the tale of Trunktum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus, huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of the scales is about as wide across as me members long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell you. Did he just imply... Was he talking about his privates there? When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was spelting me with. Must have been a lagoon worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hand at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic, mayhap too modest. Now there's some say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you got to learn to live with him and make the best of bad situation. Not the company though. Hello? It's you. Yes, me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Was just enjoying the attention. It's all. I take back everything I said. Oh, you bastard. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm Chukabudong. No, I'm the maggot you find wriggling in the Chukabudong. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. The member is tiny. It's pathetic. It was a penis reference. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. This fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand, I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbour when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent on palms of the coast, with a fleet of galleon making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. Well, oh gosh, just remember that day made me soil myself all over again. Oh my god, dude. Wait, if you're asking about Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible, dreadful, I tell ye. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet at the bottom of the sea. Oh, I wanna make you end up in his gullet, you... Why, you worthless lying! I can't believe you made me handle Chocobodong. This guy has to go to jail or something. Malicity, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon. Leviabetus, I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Morbus Drydock. Pray make your way there as soon as you're able. You! I'm gonna scold you. Bad. Idiot. Don't like you. This man. But I do like it that they made us go back and like as soon as you're flying over there, you know what's happening, you know where you're going. You know what idiot you're about to meet. Oh, that fucking asshole. I hate him so much. All I wanted was some information about how to like kill a huge sea monster. Oh, you're down there. Let's say hi to everyone. In order to build the World Eater, we had to decommission 2 perfectly serviceable galleons. Suffice it to say, this captain weren't the best pleased with the notion, but when I offered them the chance to keep the ship and face Leviathan in our stead, they magnanimously withdrew their complaints. We must all make sacrifices for the good, they said. Yeah. It will require no small amount of helmship to tow the World Eater. Oh, whoops. I dare say delivering you safely to Leviathan will be a battle in itself. To complete the twin vessel in so short a time and within limited materials, the people of Naldik and Vaimel have won an admirer in me. Well, yeah, like, it's pretty cool. Would that have been armed yourself with more knowledge beforehand? Well, it cannot be helped. I take comfort in the fact that you have faced worst odds in the past, and have ever prevailed. You will do so again, of that I have no doubt. I wish I could bring the guy and feed him to the serpent. When first Master Ensiel proposed the twin vessel, I must confess that I had my doubt. Only now that the World Eater is complete, do I see the elegance of the solution. Let's do this. I'm told you jumped to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessels, the World Eater I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectation. In addition to her prodigious tonsils, she has been fitted with platforms that you and your might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention that also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I am not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Yes, I think you should. I would very much like to kill this really big snake. That would be a very good conclusion to the stream. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you, she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friend at Naldik and Vaimel are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystal on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Okay. It is expected that the Shakin and the thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defences. According to the Maelstrom, will once again employ diversion. Tancred and Istola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary forces must not want for number. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Tancred and Istola, if you would join the 3rd Levy and Lady Yugiri the 5th. But what words have I for the woman who has made sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go verily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiment and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Malicity. May the crystal bless and keep you. You say this okay, Infamous Cloaker says, this boss is one that a lot of people have issues with from my experience of playing it. Oh, that sounds great. That's what we want. So, would any of you happen to be on my shard and wish to join me? Because I'm open for people joining me for this exceptional fun. So I'm gonna give it 2 minutes, see if anyone answers. If not, I'm gonna sign up and we're just gonna do this. And while we wait for the queue, we might deliver some letters for the... Yes? See? Carla? Carla is joining us. Lovely. Very good, very good, very good. Hello. Oh, so nice. So I'm thinking we have reached the point. Okay, I'm gonna sign us up. Hopefully, let's select the world leader. There we go. Now, okay, it's one of the big ones. Cool. While we wait for this, because this might take a little bit, let's check out one of these letter things. So, dual personalities. The deputy postmogul would have you deliver a demand for satisfaction to a drunken, fractious pirate. What could possibly go wrong? Anselm, the cutthroat in question, has been seen loitering around Limsalo Minsalo with Dak. Let's go deliver a letter. And let's hope the queue won't be too long. I do have a healer in the group. That's definitely going to shorten it a little bit. But it's the matter of finding all the other ones. And obviously seeing like how many people are online right now. They say average wait time is only 6 minutes. In my experience, the wait time lies. Just saying. It has at times told me, oh yeah, it's gonna be 10 minutes. And then 20, then 13. And then an hour and a half later, I give up. So let's hope it's not like that. I hope it's quick and nice. Hello! But yeah, I love this. It's so pretty. This crystal. See. How is your quest log so clean? Mine is so cluttered within like 28 quests. To be fair, yesterday I had 30 quests. And the past 2 days I've just been waiting and waiting. Well, not waiting and waiting, to working down like all the side quests I had and fun stuff. So currently I have barely anything and it's so nice. We are the earthy pirates. We sail the stormy seas with birds mock on our shoulder and a wood swarm on our knees. Oi, yeah. Yeah, got business with me, lass. If I owe you your coin, come back when these fellas are done tussling and I'm done drinking, whenever that may be. Which I think it's never gonna be never. So here's a challenge of death. A not so gentlemanly behest for not so jolly bout of mortal combat for one addle-patted pirate Phoebers to another Ansel. What's in the 7 L's? I found myself some new woman what makes the ale wench look like a pearl of puke. You can keep her for all I care. You and her was made for each other. Phoebers, your blow-sport bastard, thinks I'm going to take that lying down, does he? There's a wench down in Kendallkeep Quay, me and I'm been scrapping over for a while now. Ain't like she's a knocker out or nothing, but a pearl of puke? The dog's got a nerve. Any road, I know a woman that will blow these wenches out of his water. We'll be needing an arbiter for our little shindig. Think you're up for the test, class? Bet you gold and Guna the scurvy curl be hiding is head in the drowning wench. You best come quickly or he'll be mopping us lily liver with a barman. Gosh, it's hard to read what he says. But yeah, both Carla and Cloaker agree that the average wait time is a liar. Well, we do have all the DPS we need. Now it's just a matter of a healer and 2 tanks. And then praying that we can figure out the tactics. Need to go up here. And let's at least figure out what these pirates want with killing one another. Oh yeah, I should be going up to the drowning wench. I like it's very easy to go around and do just all sorts of things while you wait. And there they are, staring closely into one another's eyes. Nope. Well, or that works. Well, they're gonna yell at one another while I try to calm them. Yeah, I know, Clover, you would think it if you were on the same data center. It's the data centers that are the issues. But I still think they do really well with them. Oh, I love these little animals. They look like Pokemon. So cute. Very cute. Alright. Whoever this one DPS. Just accept, you bastard. Come on. Why is it always one DPS that's like holding up the queue? It's also like this in WoW. Like everybody accepts. You've been waiting for an hour for like a healer. Everybody accepts except one singular DPS. Oh, he's a big boy. Yeah, pirate chat is a pain. They have their own language. It's pain to read, like understand, and it's pain to try to read it. Huh. Well, that's bad. Alright, we had some sort of a thing to make him... I don't like sea monsters, because I don't like deep dark waters and not being able to see what's in them. And knowing of a big thing down there is just... Oof. It always like makes me impressed I managed to finish Subnautica below 0, because there were some big things in there that I was not okay with. Okay. It's a big snake. Just gonna let them know it's my first time here, so I don't know what the... Yeah, you know what I'm doing. But I will just do my best. Put on some music. Push the routine. You're gonna be doing that, are you? There you are. Ow! Oh! Oh, I get it. Yeah, because he like lay down on it. Everything like tipped to the side. Oh, that's a cool detail. I am also... Oh, you probably will not deal with the side bastards. Yeah. Go away. Hit the tail. Oh, that makes sense. So I'm just trying to hit the wrong thing also. Yeah. I'm gonna try to take down these ass and then I'm gonna focus on the tail. Oh, the boss itself reflects a ranged attack. Ooh. No wonder I was taking so much damage. I'm glad how quickly people just say something in the chat without it being an issue. It's like they don't call you an idiot or anything, they just go like, hey, you know, you are slowly killing yourself. He reflects by magic attack. I'm so confused. Okay, but I have that doesn't look good. Let's just huddle. I'm gonna huddle with everybody else. Oh! Ow. Oh, I love it that we can actually see the crystals down there. Okay. He reflects range attack. He reflects magic attack. Okay. So I'm gonna go tail. Ooh, let's move from that. We don't want that. Where am I going? Why am I running? Why am I running? What's going on? I just lost complete control of my character there for a second. Oh, that looks pretty. But he's gone. Ah, lovely. Can I see? Let's give Kanto here accommodation for giving us this great advice. It didn't let me have offer one to Sophia. Thank you, Carla. So lovely. Just thank you so much. I'm gonna go and yeah, I'm gonna go and see if there's a cinematic. And then it's around the time for the end of my stream. I have like 50 minutes left. Oh. Oh, it's always a little bit confusing that they spit you out. You know, where the dungeon is. So no matter where you are, you're just suddenly like in a completely different place, feeling super confused. It's so much fun that wow. There's a fire somewhere. We're having just a lot of sirens going past here right now. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Yes, I would like to be your friend. Always nice to add to my... I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna grab your side quest later. Wow. What is going on? There is something. There must have been an accident or something because things are very loud. Yeah, see you, Sophia. Thank you. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged that you have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the common room. Thank you. Let me just... What is going on? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out like why I have like half the nation's emergency services just driving so close to my house. I'm not seeing anything that should cause this noise, so it must not be on the news yet. Let's see.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive till sea swallows all, and swallow all it would have had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, You have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
Of course. Surely. Surely.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
I love his look. It's so panicked. So he was part of the Rogue Guild. I'm guessing this new lady is probably part then of the Rogue quest line after level 50 or 60.
Minfilia, please!
I love him.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
That is a mighty complicated issue. They don't shy away from the big issues. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To south of stand, a gate leading to the pier for a small fishing vessel. Look for an inconspicuous Hyrian man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sort. Now before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the member of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadow of Lominsa society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it's penned by Admiral herself, mere word on parchment will get you only so far into the confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man, and good luck. Alright, I think I'm going to do that in the next live stream. Yeah, I'm going to do that in the next live stream because we have like 5 minutes left. Of you guys who are there, I would like your opinion, if I may. I am currently working on the first set of lore videos. So the first lore video is just going to focus on the experience between level 1 and level 15, which is basically from the point you arrive in your starting city until you have access to flying away. So if you all could be so lovely, tell me, which city do you think I should begin with? Ul'dah, Limsa Lominsa, or Gridania? Less of a fantasy matter, much more of a real world problem. Yeah, they really do tackle some real world problems in a very good way. And and your message went away. I'm trying to figure out like how I could make a poll or anything, but I don't know how. So I don't know how to do it. Most people probably have issues with the Ulta layout. Might be, yeah. So you think Ulta first, then Gridania, then Limsa Lominsa? True. But it's more of going over the lore and the story than actually just giving guide on the appearance of the city, but oh, Carla, no worries if it had an error. Spelling mistakes do happen. But I think, yeah, it could be good to go with Ulta, then Gridania, then Limsa. So the focus of the first videos are going to be basically the lore we are learning during these first 15 levels. I'm planning to make a series of just the leveling journey, what the game is teaching you and such on the way. And then when I'm done with that and I myself have finished leveling, I would like to do lore videos where I go into more details about the story of the cities and the story of individual people and such, because there's just so much interesting lore to be found in this game. So I have a lot of plans. I've written up a long list of videos I would like to do, and I really need to get started on some of them. So I think Ulta would be a good first start. Oh? Yes. So, for now, I'm just gonna say thank you all so much for watching. You have been absolutely lovely tonight. Today is only turning around 5 p.m. I'm gonna get on to working on some videos. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope I will see you in the next stream. But for now, I'll just see you then. I never know how to end these things. Okay, bye bye.